guys, welcome back to my channel. Before we get into the video, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you'll be notified and all that good stuff. For today's video, I'm gonna show you guys. Okay guys, I just noticed that the foundation around the sides of my nose is rubbed off. I did not realize that while I was filming, but that particular day my allergies were going crazy. So I was rubbing my nose and blowing my nose a lot. So that's just what that is. Try to ignore that. Thanks. What I did and didn't bring makeup wise on my vacation, what I did use, what I didn't use, and all that jazz. So here is my makeup bag that I brought. It is full. As a makeup junkie, I brought too much, but you know, I never know what I was gonna be feeling or what we were gonna be doing, so you know, I brought something for every occasion. So let's crack this open and dive right in. Alright, quick disclaimer, this video might be a tad long, don't know yet, depends on how much I ramble. Okay. First things first, let's start with eyes. Yes, let's start with eyes. Okay, for eyes, the first thing I brought was my Kathleen Lights and ColourPop Zodiac palette. This thing is dirty, okay? Don't judge. So I picked out this palette because it has some bright pops of color, but also some very some very nice shades for like an everyday, like easy, quick 2-minute makeup look. So like I used the Libra a lot. I use it a lot. And I used the Taurus right there a bit. And the Cancer. So that was like, those 3 shades were like my everyday, you know, kind of go-to look. But if I wanted to, I could have easily elevated my look with any of these colors. This is a beautiful palette to take with you traveling. It comes with, ooh, sorry, I didn't mean to blind you. There's a mirror and all these beautiful shades to create neutral looks, to create fun looks. It'd be really, really pretty to pop the Sagittarius on the lower lash line on the outer portion, and in the inner portion, either the Aries or the Leo to kind of warm it up, kind of like a sunset look, you know? Oh, that's a good idea. I should have done that. Anyways, so yeah, I brought this, used it like that. I also brought a wide array of Super Shock shadows. So, okay. I brought Sherbert Day from the Rainbow Swirl collection that they did with ColourPop. Yeah. I brought the shade Frog. This is a part of their normal lineup. And then I brought the shade Berry Sweet from the Strawberry Bundle with Halo Top. I used this one the most. Almost every single day. I either wore it by itself with some bronzer, or I layered it with the Cancer shade. And I also brought a Jelly Much eyeshadow. I brought the shade Big Ego. I love these. They're great. I used it once, but mostly I used these guys right here. This shade, Berry Sweet, is the perfect everyday shimmery, but not too out there. I just think it's beautiful. It adds a little bit of something to your eye, and I don't know if you can see that right there. It kind of makes your eyelid look wet, you know? You get, yeah, my favorite, so beautiful. I need to search for a dupe in their normal lineup of this, because once these sell out, they are gone forever. So either a dupe of this, I'm going to search for it, and I will let you guys know if I find one. Or if you guys know of one, let me know down in the comments. Thanks. Alright, for primers and bases, I brought my Milani Soft Focus Glow and my e.l.f. Jelly Pop Dew Primer. I brought this one because I like to wear it on my no makeup days, so I'll put a little bit of this on, and I would put just a very tad amount of either foundation or concealer on, and that would be it, because I spent most of my time at the pool, so I wanted just something light and very easy. And I brought this one because on the days where I went out doing activities, it was so hot in Branson. Like on one day, I think it got over 100 degrees, very, very hot. So I brought this because this is a grippy type primer. It dries to like a more sticky finish to really lock on and hold your makeup in place. So I brought this and I used it quite a bit, pretty much almost every single day, like 4 days out of the 6 I was on my vacation. For foundations, I brought my Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin Blurring Powder Foundation. I don't know why I can't ever remember the names of any of my stuff. But this is a powder foundation. Normally, since I do have super dry skin, I normally don't reach for a powder foundation. But I really love this one. I like to apply it with a foundation brush. My personal favorite is the Love is the Foundation brush. These only come out in October. So if you don't have one, I highly recommend picking one of these up. I was an avid sponge user until I got this off a recommendation from Kathleen Lights, and I am so glad I got this because I interchange sponge and brush all the time. This blends perfectly, no brush strokes, it's perfect. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Since I knew it was going to be so hot, I brought along this powder foundation, and it held on beautifully, and I really like it. It doesn't dry my skin out like most powder foundations or powders in general do. I have it on today, and as you can see, my skin looks really nice, and it doesn't feel dry or cakey or anything. It's just beautiful. My other foundation that I brought, yes, I brought two, was the Healthy Foundation from Physicians Formula. This is by far one of my most favorite foundations I have ever tried. I can make my skin look like a glowing goddess with this baby. Okay? So, and it's like, I think like $15. I don't know, I'd have to check, but it's not more than that. I am sure. This stuff is amazing. It dries down perfectly well. I used both interchangeably. If I knew it was going to be super hot, I used this. If not, I used this in combination with this dew primer. Moving on to other face things. I only brought one bronzer. This is my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This is in the regular bronzer shade. Super beautiful. I used this as eyeshadow and to bronze. I used it in my crease in conjunction with my Jelly Much one day. Really nice. I use it every day, obviously, it's bronzer. Highlighters. I brought two, my ColourPop Super Shock highlighter in the shade Stole the Show, and I brought this Here Kitty Kitty powder highlighter. I'm gonna be honest, I did not once use this ColourPop one. I used the powder one because, again, I brought the creamy one and this one just in case, you know, you never know. But since it was so hot every day, I reached for the powder one every single day. Alright, for blushes, I brought two. I brought my Milani Luminoso, and then I brought my ColourPop blush stick in the shade Wallaby. I didn't use my Luminoso. I always reached for my blush stick. And on the days that I wore the powder foundation, I just put the blush underneath the foundation. I put it on really heavy so it would show through the foundation, and then I took it on my brush and I very gently stippled it onto my cheeks that way, and it did not disrupt my powder foundation underneath. Really lovely, especially on the days where I didn't feel like adding a highlight, because this gives a beautiful highlighty glow all by itself. Okay, on to concealers. Pretty much, alright, I brought two. I brought my Jeffree Star Magic Star Concealer, and I brought my Neutrogena Hydra Boost Concealer. I didn't really use my Jeffree Star. I was going for more of a natural finish all the time, so I pretty much used this concealer every day. And one day I actually used it as foundation. It was the day I was at the pool all day, pretty much. I was there for like 3 hours in the morning, and then I was there for another 4 or 5 hours in the afternoon time. So what I did was I put it under my eyes like normal, and then on my nose, did a little swirl on my forehead, on my cheek, chin, and a little bit right underneath my jawline. Blended it out. It wasn't the most fantastic coverage you ever saw, but it just gave me, it made me feel a little bit more put together, even though I was going to get in the pool. Probably all washed off with the chlorine, but you know, I felt good. I felt pretty. I only brought my one brow gel because, as you guys know, the past couple videos I have been using my Milani brow gel. So far, I'm not a giant fan of it, so I didn't even pack it. I brought my ColourPop Brow Boss Gel. Use this every day. Sometimes I didn't even use a pencil. Which, speaking of an eyebrow pencil, Okay, well, I can't find it. It's like fallen out of the bag or something, but I brought with me my e.l.f. eyebrow pencil, just the regular one, the one with the fatter pencil, not the precise one or the ultra fine or whatever it's called. Alright, for mascara, I only brought my 2 favorite combination thingies. I only brought my ColourPop Volumizing Mascara in the shade Brownie Points. I didn't want to bring a brown mascara because, again, my vacation was very laid back. Most days were spent at the pool. Some days we went to an outlet mall. We went mini golfing, stuff like that. Very laid back. So I brought this mascara, and then I brought my CoverGirl Lash Primer. Sorry about that. Most of the times I did use them together. There were a couple days where I was feeling extra lazy and I only put this on. Yeah, it's not waterproof, so it did come off when I went in the pool. But I didn't really care, you know. Yes, okay, it's vacation, you know, whatever. That's what I used, and that's what I brought. I liked it. I was happy. I felt nice while I was tanning, and I just didn't feel like I was a giant grease ball. I felt pretty, you know. And when I got hot, I went and I got in the pool like up to my shoulders, got out again, kept tanning, and then I got all in the pool. Okay, moving on. I only brought my 1 setting spray. This is the Physicians Formula Cucumber and Bamboo Facial Spray. I liked this because it has SPF 20 in it. I would spray my face really, really good after doing my skincare, my makeup. I would take a little bit of my sunscreen that went on my body. It's just a regular, like a physical sunscreen. I know it's not specifically made for your face, but I haven't found a great one yet. So if you know one, let me know in the comments. But anyways, do my skincare, put a light layer of sunscreen on, do my makeup. The Healthy Foundation also has SPF 20 in it, and then I put this that also has SPF in it, so I felt pretty good knowing that I had plenty of SPF on my face. And whenever I did get in the pool, like underwater, I definitely knew my foundation and everything was gone, and I would reapply sunscreen to my body. Whatever was just left on my hands, I gently like patted it on my skin. Didn't get burned. Hallelujah. Alright, now on to lip products. I put my lip products in a separate little bag. This is last month's Ipsy bag, and oh my gosh, so cute. But anyway, let's open it up. I brought a few different things. Here's all the stuff that I brought. Again, didn't know what I would be feeling, so I brought an array of different finishes and types of lip products. So first I'm going to talk about, this is a ColourPop Lippy Sticks in the shade Songbird. Super pretty purpley shade, which I love, but I didn't really wear it. I thought I was going to wear it all the time, but I actually didn't. So pretty, but didn't wear it. Next was a ColourPop Ultra Blotted Lip. This is the shade Cypress Chill. Again, super beautiful, like a muted berry red color. It's, again, super beautiful. That's that one right there. It's slightly more red toned than Songbird over here. They're pretty close, but this is slightly more brown. Didn't wear it, again. And I brought my Laneige lip balm. I wore this 99% of the time. This was my go-to. Super easy. Gave a light wash of color to my lips. Kept them hydrated from the chlorine and the hot. And it just felt really, really nice on my lips. So this was my go-to for the week. And if I wanted to add a little bit of extra color, I lined my lips with a ColourPop Lippy pencil. This is the shade Good and Plenty. I love this shade because it's like this dusty rose color that goes with pretty much all of my favorite lip products. So there was those that I used quite frequently. And then I brought 2 of my Just Tint lip crowns. I brought Rise and Shine, and I brought Z-Boys. I wore Z-Boys a lot. So since this is more of a glossy finish, it did wear off, and I just stuck them in my purse whenever I left. And if I felt like wearing like not a lot of color, I would put this on. And if like an hour went by and that was worn off and I felt like putting more color on, I reached for this. Didn't need a mirror. I would just draw and go, and then I'd be good to go. Another lip product that I actually did wear, I think about 2 or 3 times, a significant amount I would say. This is a Maybelline lip gloss. This is a collab with Summer McKeen, one of her lip glosses. This is in the shade Bronzed Up. In the bottle, it doesn't really look like much, but whenever you, and like on the doe foot, it like kind of looks like this dusty, brownish, weird color, but actually it's very beautiful and very sheer, nudie rose color with like a little bit of gold shimmer in there. I don't know if you can see, but it's very beautiful, again, paired underneath this lip liner. So I wore this lip liner with either of these glossy, balmy type things, and then I wore my lippy tint in the shade Z Boys. These were my go-tos for the week. And for tools, I brought the bare minimum. Okay, let me tell you. All I brought was 2 eyeshadow brushes and 3 face brushes. So what I brought was this Luxie dual-ended brush. It has a blending brush on one side with a more precision shader on the other. I use this one to apply my jelly munches and my Super Shocks if I wanted to like buff them out a little bit more. I use these interchangeably. And then I brought this really big, large, very large eyeshadow brush that I used to like apply bronzer, and then I would put on that Super Shock, and that would be it. This is the Farrah 35E brush. I love this brush. It's so soft and it like hugs my crease and a little bit on my eyelid so perfectly, and it distributes the right amount of shadow. For my face brushes, I brought this SL Miss Glam L36 brush. This is my most favorite highlight brush ever. I brought my Love is the foundation brush, my foundation. Of course, I already mentioned that. And then I brought this ColourPop F13 brush. This is my most favorite brush to apply my bronzer with. And then I brought my e.l.f. sponge. And that is all that I brought. I know it's the end of vacation season, but you know, fall's coming up. People go on holidays for Thanksgiving. They go out for Christmas. And I know it's not going to be hot, but hopefully this will give you some sort of an idea of what types of products are good to use if you have a similar makeup style to mine. Next time I'm going to try to not bring as much, but being the makeup addict that I am, I will probably always bring too much makeup till the day that I die. That's just the facts. Alright, I hope you guys found this helpful. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the little bell so you'll be notified every single time I upload a video for you guys. Your support is so appreciated, and thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. Anyways, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! Where'd it go? Okay. Where did it go? Okay, now for lips. Here, I put my lips, blah, blah. Dang, what the heck got in here? And don't